Hi, this is Vic, and I'm going to talk about the Chevrolet Volt and where to purchase a Chevrolet Volt from if you're in the city of Charlotte or if you're around the area of Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm going to give you my recommendation, and anything that I recommend based on my belief that the product and or service that I receive is outstanding and is not unusual for anyone to receive outstanding product or services from a particular product or organization. And the organization that I'm going to talk about is Victory Chevrolet. And there's a short story behind me purchasing a car from my Volt from Victory Chevrolet. And that story is, when I started, well, first I did my research on the Volt. I went online, found anything and everything that I could read about on the Volt, the Chevrolet Volt, and then I drove my current car to the International Auto Show in Atlanta. And I went there specifically to drive a Chevrolet Volt, which I did. They had what the GM people call product experts, and they didn't work for a particular dealership. They were there strictly to allow people to drive cars and to demonstrate cars to folks. They work for the International Auto Show. So that's where my research started on the Chevrolet Volt. From there, well, after that, I went to Park Chevrolet in Huntersville. That was the closest dealership to me, and that was the main reason that I went to them first, is because they were very close to where I lived. They were in Huntersville, just over the city limits of Charlotte. Then I started going to other dealerships. I went to about 4 or 5 dealerships. I can't remember the names of all of them. The only other dealership that I remember the name of was City Chevrolet. City Chevrolet basically did what they call blew me off the lot. They asked me a few questions. I answered their questions, and I think what they were trying to do was determine if I could afford the car that I wanted. And I knew I could afford the car that I wanted. And I think also they were trying to determine if I really was going to buy the car that I was looking at. They blew the wrong person off the lot when they did that to me, because I knew what I could afford. I knew what I wanted. But getting back to Victory Chevrolet, the reason Victory was the last dealership I went to is because they were outside of the city limits of Charlotte, and I didn't know how far Mount Holly was exactly from where I lived. And I had heard about Victory from their advertisements on television, and I decided, let me try Victory Chevrolet. So I went to Victory, drove there, was greeted and treated very nicely by the salesperson, Harry, the sales manager, the finance manager. Nice people. Everybody there was very friendly. Good people to talk to. I've been told that their service is really excellent too. There was an older gentleman while I was there that told me that's the only place that he would ever take his car. He's never been dissatisfied with any service that he's had there. But again, I don't know about their service department. That's just what I was told. But if you want to purchase a car, I would strongly recommend Victory Chevrolet. Victory gave me a very good price for my trade-in. My trade-in, by the way, was paid for. They gave me a very good price on it, and they gave me a good price on my new Volt, which I greatly appreciate. I greatly appreciate the folks at Victory Chevrolet. They're nice people, easy to talk to, very friendly, professional. They know what they're doing, and they take care of business at the same time. As you can see, my Volt is currently plugged in. The light is blinking, which means the car is fully charged. And I have one other thing. I want to compliment Chevrolet on the job that they've done with the Chevrolet Volt. I'm glad that they realize that just because a person wants to save money at the pump does not mean they want to drive a thin-skinned rattle trap. A lot of the Japanese brands are thin-skinned rattle traps. They're cheap cars. The Chevrolet Volt is not a cheap car. It has good solid mass to it, and I love the car. It's very quiet, but yet I still feel well connected to the road. Yeah, but yet I still feel well connected to the road. That's it.